It's about time I come and share my testimony. I have so much to say. I have been through so much, and though um, I've been through a lot, and God have helped me and took care of me while I went through a lot of troubles. I was always comforted, but I know it was not. It was not anyone's fault except mine, and I was chastised by God, and through chastisement, I become a stronger person, and I fear God. I know He loves me, and He chastised me for my own good, so that I can stop what I was doing, which was living in sin and taking Him for granted. Now I am a much better person than I was before. Much better than 10 years before, much better than 5 years before. Now I'm much better than 2 years before, 1 year before. I would not give up what I have learned along the years while I was going through suffering for nothing, because I have so much to share now. I can help so many people now, and that's if they let me. If they just give me the benefit of the doubt. Um, yeah, I've learned that when Adam and Eve ate the apple, they caused evil to enter their bodies, and the evil that went to their bodies, it went into their blood, went into their DNA, and that's why we as human beings have so much anger problem or revenge problem or greediness problem or unfairness problem or so many different being a bully, um, doing things unfair, doing things without thinking, talking too much. Um, all that is not of God. All that is evil. And this is the reason why through chastisement, um, through mistakes I have made, God was able to show me and humble me enough for me to understand that it is not that He does not want us to come to heaven with Him, because He knows us from little babies. It is not that He doesn't want us to be happy. It's the contrary. He wants us to be happy all the time. He wants us to come to heaven with Him, but He can't force us. And the time is coming when who is filthy stay filthy, because there's nothing could be done. They had to decide and want to clean up and choose who their master is. If they want to go with God and let God be their master, they have to clean up. they have to get ready. They have to purify themselves. They have to turn from their evil ways and repent and go and sin no more. Or if they make a mistake and sin, ask forgiveness. And pay attention to what God said, what Jesus said. Not what another human being said. Not what you listen to what somebody else says, like the old saying, with a grain of salt. I just heard that. So you listen to what they're saying and take sense out of nonsense. You don't take everything they say and make it rule. The only way, only our Creator, we should take seriously everything they say, because human beings could make mistakes, and the devil could mess up our words. But God's words, every word that comes out of His mouth, is what really matters. It's what is law. What is? He's the one blesses us or curses us. He's the one who blesses us. He's the one who can allow your soul to be destroyed and your body to be destroyed. Yes, the devil could make, tempt people, and they go and take drugs and they do this and destroy their bodies. But your soul, God is the one. If you don't get ready, He can't help you. He can't force you. He wouldn't force you. He's God. That would make Him unholy. And you will burn up in His presence anyhow, because you're unholy. We gotta clean up our iniquity. He had taught me how to get rid of iniquity. Like bad habits, like talking a lot, like shouting a lot, like being revengeful, like telling people what to do unfairly. I still have a lot to change. I still have a lot of pieces that are topple in my blood. I still have it. I have to pay attention and get rid of it before, I want to go to heaven. Our clothes have to be white, without any blemish, any blots, anything staining. We have to be in white if we want to go to heaven. He loves us. He come in with gifts in His wings. He come in with gifts. He went to prepare a place. We don't have to pay rent. I love that. We don't have to pay rent. And we don't have to worry no more. This is what He wanted for us. He wanted paradise for us. And He still wants it. That's why He came on that cross and died, so that we could be saved. Please, people, we don't have much time. I'm 54 right now. When I was between 15 and 16, I had a dream. The first dream I had, first dream I ever remember I had, the first dream was I saw the sky open and He was appearing. I was between 15 and 16 years old, and about to see the sky open and He was appearing. And at that time, I just kneeled down and I started praying, Father, Father, please forgive me my sin. Please, Father. But if I do that in real, too late, how could He forgive me when He's not at the right hand of the Father? Remember what the Bible said? The Bible said, He's at the right hand. He's, like getting forgiveness for us by his blood. I don't know all the answers, but it's better we have more than we have less. Better be really ready so we wouldn't be left behind. Everybody he's giving people, he's kind of breaking us up. Please go and tell your brothers and sisters, go and tell them that we are coming. He's coming. There's nothing nobody can do about it. He has a timetable. He's coming. He's coming. I know he's coming. There was maybe 2 dreams. I was in the church 2 different times. And in the church, I started saying to people, "Oh, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming." All right? So, he's coming. On YouTube, people that's little kids, children, adults, old people, everybody is dreaming him coming. And the best part of it, a lot of people saying it. I didn't know I would have experienced something like that. But everybody knows I was going through depression. I don't know if today I'm better. Last night I wake out the whole night because I want to get better. When I sleep, I dream and I always feeling sleepy. And I go and get tempted and just go straight and sleep. But last night I was able to wake out. I don't know if I would, I don't know because I sat here and I kind of fell asleep a little bit. And once I sleep, I feel I'm falling or something. And I lose my whatever I was getting back. I have learned to do treatments, natural treatments. God have taught me to do natural treatments to get rid of the evil around me. It can't go inside of me because I was baptized like a lot of times. Because I backslide, I go back, backslide, go back, and I get baptized a few times. So the Holy Spirit is in me, and any evil affect me just have to stay in the back of me. I'm tired. I know a lot of Christians are tired because we're being affected a lot in the sense that Satan doesn't want God to take us. He doesn't want that because he wants to hurt God. That's why he's attacking the ones that get ready. He doesn't want to, and some people are laughing and think it's a joke. It's not a joke. Jesus is coming. Soon the sky is going to burst open and he's going to show up. And this is what I'm going to share now. I know everybody knows. It's been like 2 years of trying to go public and trying to share my testimony, but I've been in chain, like my arms, no strength, like everything. My enthusiasm, zero. My ambition, zero. I don't even feel, well, I don't know if I make a mistake. I don't know. Doing this video alone isn't getting better. I don't know. I just gotta wait and see. I don't know how long again it will be before I get completely better. But just know, without God help, I'm getting tired. But I know He's helping me, and He is the best helper. I know He's teaching me because if He had got me better, just pulled me out of the troubles, I wouldn't have learned what I've learned last month and this month. So it's like he teaching me, so I would teach other people. I would teach other people. I would help other people. He's teaching me so that, you know, so that I can have more faith. And a lot of people think that you just mm, you just care about yourself. No, we gotta care about each other. We gotta, if we love our Father, we got to love our brothers and sisters. If we love our Father, we will want to make sure our Father don't suffer worrying about the other kids. He loves us. He's our Father. And the devil knows that. And that's why he wants to hurt us. Because he wants to hurt God. Just go through him to heaven. Because of unholiness. Because of pride. Because of greed. Because of unfairness. You know, he's not good. Look what he did to me. I mean, he's evil. The devil is evil. And you can imagine what he would do in hell. And what he did to me, whatever demon or evil was around me or snake. Before the snake, I had a vision of the snake. There was so much evil around me. I didn't have strength, I didn't have enthusiasm, I didn't have ambition. I had nothing. When I left New York and I went to Pennsylvania to Florida, I keep fighting, natural, because God told me don't ask nobody to help. So all natural. God guide me what to use, natural, but if I sleep, the evil comes back. And I keep fighting. So I'm glad God didn't tell me, Charmaine, you're going to have to be sick for 20 years, 22 years. I would have been like, no. I would have been like, why am I fighting if I'm going to be sick for 22 years? But he did not tell me. He did not tell me how long it would take. When God talked to me in the Bible 22 years ago, about 22 years ago, and he was angry with me, and I asked him a question. I was crying, and I asked, Father, why is these things happening to me? Why, like somebody you love treated me bad or something. And God told me, he said, he talked to me in the Bible, opened the Bible, and he said, you have hurt me so bad. You have hurt me so much. When he said that, I knew what he was talking about, abortions. He said, you have hurt me so much. You are going to suffer for a short time, and then I'll recover you. Well, good for me, because I was stupid, because I should have known better. I mean, come on, why can't I just humble myself and ask a pastor, is abortion bad? You know? So I asked the wrong person, is abortion bad? And that person told me, no, it's not a baby yet. I was so stupid. So once and later next, of course I did abortions more than once. He wasn't pleased with that. It was 6 weeks. Most of the time I did it was 6 weeks. And the last time I did it was 3 months. And he got, after that time, he talked to me in the Bible. I mean, he didn't have to, but he did. And when he talked to me, it was like things got better with me. I was crying, I was sad. Things got better with me. But like about a few months after, my life went down. Alright? The same person I loved, I end up trying to get away from him. And by um, getting away from him, it's a long story in essence. He's the one who hurt me. refer to with Santa Maria witchcraft. And when he hit me, I lost all my strength, all my enthusiasm, all my ambitious. Everything was gone. I was working in the bank. After that happened, I couldn't even. I had a washing machine. I was lazy just to hang the clothes up. I had a, hangers in the apartment. I nothing I could do. Everything was, my hands was like tied. I suffered a lot, and that's because he loves me. He chastises those he loves. If he had let me go and let me, I would have continued sinning. I would have continued sinning and doing stupid stuff. Abortion is bad, it's evil, it's killing a baby. No woman should kill babies. It's killing a human being. You're better off giving it up for adoption. You're better off never hating a baby. A baby did not do anything bad to you. Why? Why? You don't need a psychiatrist to tell you a baby didn't do anything bad to you. You need God to tell you a baby didn't do nothing. Pick up the Bible and read it. Why are we so lazy? I know I was sick. I know I was sick. I know if you say between when I dreamt the snake around the tree, I had not a vision of the snake around the tree. I couldn't even touch a Bible in the house, in the apartment. I didn't feel to go to church no more. I didn't feel to pick up the Bible and read. But I guess I couldn't use my hand and pick it up and read. But the Bible was in my hand. And I always wanted to hear God's word. I don't want to hear nothing like a movie. And those things are like, when I have to wake up all night, yes, I need a movie to keep my mind, because sometimes, like a Christian movie might put me to sleep or something, when a different, one of those tough movie might keep me up. But to actually go and just relax and watch a movie, hey, come on, what is life about? Too much people suffering for you to go and just relax and have fun. What it is going on? Why can't we realize what's happening? Everybody is like, oh, I want to have fun. Come on, this is not our home. This is only a test. Until we realize that this is only a test. Yes, he gave husbands, wives, so they could be stronger, and together they will become one. They seen a miracle there. But he didn't say forget him, and he didn't say this is our home, this is not our home. This is only a testing ground to see if you will choose him after our ancestors ate the apple and we got evil in our blood. Now, what is good that I have learned? I will be sharing the next video with what I have learned that will help the whole world, to help fathers come back to children, and children come back to parents, and brothers and sisters come back to understand, to have better relationships, and to help people to become better people, because we can't go into heaven with these nasty ways we have and expect, how are you going to heaven and start shouting at people or being envious? Come on, I never thought of this before until I have learned something that God reminded me is in the Bible. Correct yourself so you wouldn't be corrected. Right? It's either we have it or we don't. We gotta. God can't cheat and go and tell us all the answers, because He's our Father. No, we gotta seek Him. Our ancestors, okay, one moment. Yes, our ancestors, they made a mistake and eat the apple, right? Now we have to be strong and get rid of that apple from our system. I have learned something. What make me understand, put two and two together, like put the pieces of puzzle together, um, is, is something that Oprah said. Oprah said in one of her shows that that like like mm, like dark people, right? Like the, she was talking about the stacks, the like the Negro slaves, right? They okay, like the black. I can't call people black people. I just call people people, dark skinned people, right? Like me, dark skin, right? Because nobody isn't black. Black is black. I don't understand why people call people black because black is black. Dark skinned people, right? Dark skinned people like myself, our ancestors, okay, who was our well, some people ancestors were directly from slaves, right? Who were unfair, really treated badly. I can't imagine how God was feeling when those things was happening. All right, all of us are most of us, a lot of us are parents. You can't imagine how it feels because this child went to this country and had a different color, or because of the weather, the sun hitting now and the whatever, and you know, and then this child went to the southern countries and got dark, dark, dark because the sun hit, and to see the unfairness, you know, nobody should be unfair and say they are godly or they are Christians. You can't fool God. None of us could. I tried. I tried. All right, we gotta wake up before we end up in hell. And hell is there, and it will be forever. God does not want it, but we had to not want it too. We had to realize we're the lucky generation to to be able to hear this and know this, and He increased knowledge in the end times. That if we're having a problem in one country, we could go to another country. We could go to the country that He wants us to go to. We could, like a lot of people think that coming to America was just coming to America. Coming to America was a test. You come here to see, God watching to see what you would do with your life. More is given, more is expected. Okay? And people who were born here, more is given, more is expected. All right? America was the country that spread the gospel all over the world because God had a great plan for America, still have a great plan. But of course, evil has attacked us so bad. And the great, great people of Americans are falling for the devil's trick and thinking evil is good and good is evil. And they just need to wake up before they have to look back at these times forever, wishing they made a better decision. All right? And I really wish we all could become who God wants us to be. I wish I have learned something in my life when I always went to, when I was younger, I didn't have much patience. And I was like, I really didn't get discipline. I didn't get no discipline when I was small, when I was a child. No discipline at all, none. I would just pretend cry a little bit, get what I want. Um, Not talk to my mom, get what I want. Okay, and I was supposed I was a good child. I wasn't getting in trouble, but I was getting what I want, whatever, and was spoiled. I did never got disciplined, so of course iniquity was in me more than anything else. So if I got up and I felt to do something, I go and do it. If I felt not to say stop, I mean, so many stupid stuff. If I had gotten disciplined, I might have never do make the mistakes that I did. I don't know. All I know is I made a lot of mistakes when I was younger. Okay, and I paid for it, and I'm still paying for it. You know, God forgives. That's concerning how, but in no way He clears the guilty. Whatever you do on this earth, you're gonna suffer for it. We suffer for it. His children suffer for it. If I do something wrong, He doesn't spare the whip. He doesn't spare the rod. He forgives, but in no way He clears the guilty. That's in Exodus 20. So long I haven't read that. Yeah, he showed me that. God guided me. I believe God showed me that on the number one bus in Florida. The number one Beeline bus in Florida. I used to take it to go to work, and my mind said to read the Bible and I saw it. I saw a lot of stuff in the Bible. God showed me a lot of stuff. One of the first things He showed me is if you live like an animal, you die like an animal. If you're His child, He chastises you. But if you're not His child, you mightn't suffer like His children would suffer. Your separation will reach forever when you go to hell. But you die like an animal. Whatever you were doing to people, oh, anything can happen to you because you're living like an animal. If I wasn't a Christian, maybe I would have been dead already, or maybe I would have continued sinning, and I would have just, I don't know what I would have done. Right? But because I'm a Christian, and I was just thinking, I was a Christian who was trying to get shortcuts with God, trying to be so progressive or be so, but not in a shortcut way. Trying to help, I don't know what was in my head, falling in love and making a just, just, just being stupid. All right. I don't wish that being stupid on nobody, because I have suffered a lot. 22 years, and I had a hard childhood, and 22 years after that, 22 years suffering, yes, suffering, but I always felt comforted. That's why I can't. And He never told me it was going to be 22 years. He never said you're going to suffer for 22 years. I'm glad He said you're going to suffer for a short time. I suppose that's why He doesn't say everything. I'm so glad He didn't tell me, because I might have, I don't know what I would have done. So, Jesus is coming back. And He said the testimony of the Lord will be His wise. You know, the testimony of the Lord, Jesus said, the testimony of the Lord will make wise the fool, make Likewise. All right, it's there in the Bible, and he did say the testimony of the Lord will make, make people wiser. So you don't have to go through what I went through. You could look at me and know I have, everybody around me know I have gone through a lot for so many years. So it's not like a rhyme or something like that. So this supposed to, your faith will rise up, especially if you start choosing Him and start doing it His way, and being like humble like a little child and getting ready. Your father say, make sure you clean all your toe, everything, clean, wash the skin good. We're not meaning your skin, we mean iniquity, transgression, any evil, repent, turn from it. I know it's hard. But he gave my information what to tell people, what to do, how to do it, how to get rid of iniquity, how to get rid of different things. All right, Jesus is coming. We've got to get ready. I had a dream. I had so many dreams. I dreamt my mom was laying on a bed. I saw my grandmother. I didn't see her face, but I knew she was there. Her sister, her stepsister, who I had known, she was really older, really older. But I saw her in the dream, and I saw my mom too. And I said, tell the aunt, I was like, do you want some like bread and cheese and a cup of tea or something? And she said no. And then my mom went in the room to lay down to sleep, and I went with her. I went to sit on the bed, which I always do. I do that a lot. And I talking with my mom, and my mom is falling asleep, but it's like when I talk, I make her fall asleep. And I'm telling her, Mommy, Mommy, the stars are lining up. The end of the world is coming. And I woke up. So, the star, and this dream I had. Remember, I go through a depression. I go through depression for all these years, 22 years, right? That dream I had maybe 10 years ago. The stars are lining up. The end of the world is coming. All right? You remember Jesus said it will have signs in the sun and the moon and the stars and the sky. And He tells us the roaring of the ocean. He's coming. We might say it's climate change. Us little human beings could do anything to this big world. Come on. We can't even do anything to this world. The rain will wash it away. This is not climate change. It is God time clock. This is only a test to see where we are going. The test has certain amount of time, and we are close to that time. All the things that is happening in the Middle East right now, it was all foretold before Jesus came, before 2,000 years ago. So what are we doing? Why aren't we paying attention to that? Why? We gotta wake up. People paying attention to buying lotto, trying to win the lotto. No money can buy you into heaven. So This is my first day in a long time. I'm feeling a little bit better, even though I didn't sleep last night, but I'm feeling just a little bit better. I don't know how long again I'll be sick for, so just bear with me, okay? As soon as I get better, I will do better. I will improve. I will share more information, and um, don't be worried about me. God is with me. Um, Recently I was sick. I'll tell you this before I go. Let's see. One moment, okay? I'll come back.